Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth on special field assignment, heading into LA, down to Hollywood to paint the town brown. Gonna go get on the poop ship Destroyer tonight. Yup, going to see Ween. Pretty fired up about it. Pretty fired up about going to see Ween tonight. So, the last time Ween was in town was like 6 years ago, right? And then they broke up. So I had tickets for both nights. I think it was at the Wiltern. I'm a huge Ween fan. Like, I've been jamming out with Ween for like, I don't know, long time. Anyway, long time. And at least 20 years, at least. I'm going 23, 24 years I've been jamming out with Ween. Anyway, so I had tickets for this, but I just gotten sober, right? I think I was like 6 months sober when they were coming through town, and like I've never seen Ween sober. Like this will be my first sober Ween show ever. And I get the last Ween shows I was at, we were out of control. Like, dude, we painted the town brown, man. Oh boy, dude, were we on one. So when the last shows came around, I was like, man, I'm not equipped to go to a Ween show. Like, I'm just like spiritually not strong enough. I'm not sober enough to go down and get crazy with Ween. So I sold my tickets to a buddy of mine, and then they broke up. Super bummed about it, because like Ween really is like my demographic. Like, we're all about the same age. Been partying with these guys since I was in my early 20s. You know, I've been on a journey with these guys, and so I'm super pumped. Actually, I'm going up to San Francisco to see him 2 nights as well. So this is like a weird full circle sober trip too for me, because I made a decision, or I protected myself early sobriety, man. I took it super serious, and that's why I'm still sober to this day. It's like I made some good decisions early on about like not putting myself in situations that could jeopardize my sobriety. So, you know, a little backstory, Ween's classic. So the first time I ever heard Ween, I went on a road trip. I was going to school in Flagstaff, Arizona. I came out with my girlfriend, and I met my buddy here in Malibu, and we borrowed my mom's Saab, and we went to San Francisco, like on a skate mission to go stay with some people. And my buddy Bobby had just bought God, Ween, Satan on a cassette tape, right? And so we listened to God, Ween, Satan the entire road trip until the tape broke. You know, basically on the way down the coast, the tape finally broke. Snapped. I was hooked. I was hooked from the first song, man. What is that? You Fucked Up, I think, song number 1. I could be wrong about that. I think that is song number 1, You Fucked Up. And I love that tune. You fucked up. Anyway, if you know, you know. And so that was the crazy trip where I saw the Golden Gate Bridge do its thing, and we ate all that gnarly dancing test tube acid. That was a crazy journey. And so after that, man, I was super hooked on Ween. And that must have been like 92, maybe 92. And then I finally got to saw Ween live, and this is where it's classic. I saw them at the Salem Armory in Oregon in 1994, opening up for the Foo Fighters, right? So they were opening and this was when Ween was just still Gene and Dean, guitars and cassette tapes. Like, that's what they used to do in the early days. They would come and they would put cassette tapes in and jam with the cassette tapes. So they put on a great show at the Salem Armory, and I was like, I guess Foo Fighters, it must have been after Cobain died. It could have been 95. Because the Foo Fighters were like new, but they were like a big deal, right? And so I remember like, all right, let's check out the Foo Fighter guys. And I remember Grohl coming on smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, you're a kook, dude. And then they started their set, and I was like, these guys blow, especially after Ween had just tore it up. And I was like, I'm out, we're out. So me and my girlfriend split, and she was the one who listened to the initial tape. We split and we go outside, and all the Ween people are outside in the parking lot partying. And we all partied till the Foo Fighters ended and we got out of the parking lot. There was like 100 of us, easily. All Ween fans, dude. And Ween was like fresh, especially on the West Coast, man. And after that, it was on, dude. It was on. And I've seen Ween in a lot of cool places. So I'm in Oregon a bunch. Portland, mainly. Saw them up in Burlington, Vermont for Halloween once. So high on cocaine, and all they did was play like cocaine-related tunes. And they said at some point in the deal that, oh, this whole night's about cocaine. And then I saw them a number of times on the East Coast, man. I saw them also in Allentown once. That was rad, dude. That show in Allentown was sick, dude. It's all kind of foggy. I love how you short-term memory loss when you're making one of these videos. And then I remember I saw him at the Wiltern like a number of times. And I remember going to the Wiltern, and the Wiltern's a rad venue if you're ever in Los Angeles. You got a chance to go see a band in the Wiltern. The Wiltern's bitchin', man. So I go to the Wiltern, and it's, you know, it's probably like 5,000, something like that. And I'd always seen Ween in small venues, right? Like really kind of small venues. And here they were at the Wiltern. It was the early 2000s. It might have been like 2004, 2005, something like that. And the place was packed. And I was like, good for them, man. I was super stoked they were drawing big crowds, man, because they deserve it, dude. They're a full, they're one of the great bands, man. And I'm just super pumped. I'm just super pumped they pulled their act together and got it going again, man. I was kind of bummed when they broke up, man. When Aaron left the band to become Aaron Freeman and just kind of be like sort of down, because talk about side projects, Aaron Freeman versus Moist Boys. Dude, I got fired up on the Moist Boys, man. So this is a big deal. I'm super wired on my Chinese herbal tea. My back's feeling good. I skated today. It's all going good, man. So I'm gonna make a bunch of videos. I'm going on a road trip. I haven't done like a musical road trip in a while, dude. I haven't gone to see back-to-back nights of a band in a long time, dude. And especially like traveling to another city. So I'm kind of excited because I'm gonna get up early tomorrow morning and jam up to San Francisco. I'm gonna go catch a couple nights up there, hopefully surf some Ocean Beach, definitely get some skating on. I'm gonna go check out Jordan Richter, do an interview with him. I got that all lined up. Basically just super pumped, super pumped. Anyway, it's The Illusion, jamming towards the poop ship.